In this corner, the coronavirus, super deadly. In this corner, the economy, also ready to be killed by the coronavirus. Small business owners are in so much trouble, and here's the question today. Who's gonna win? Will the coronavirus have such devastating effects on business that we're never gonna get back up again and become some fallen, lost, apocalyptic world? Or are we gonna figure it out? The recession is upon us, the coronavirus is upon us. And you know what? People are doing the wrong things. They are stuck and they are cooped up in their house. Business is clearly under attack. And this video goes out to everyone out there that feels responsible for producing your income for yourself as a solopreneur or for somebody else, because the reality is the coronavirus is wreaking massive havoc on our businesses. And so today what I'm doing is I'm getting on the phone with two of my super successful friends that are business owners. They have a lot of employees. One of them has 90 employees, one of them has like 130 employees, and recently both of them had to make some extreme layoffs. And I wanted to know, are they depressed? Are they sad? Are they optimistic? What's happening in their companies? And what are they doing? Because these are two ninjas in the business place that always seem to find a way to figure it out. They grew and excelled during the 2008 recession. And I want to know today, what are they doing to survive the coronavirus? And can we learn something together that can help you grow your financial life and your business? So my kids are downstairs with their private teacher having school. I'm going to come upstairs just to have a little bit of a quieter environment. We're going to sit down and let me first introduce you to my friend, Joe Cambaretto. This guy created his business during the last economic winter of 2008. And I'll tell you that when spring comes, the business leaders of the new era are those that have success when everyone else is dying or struggling to survive. Joe is a freaking fighter. Him and his business partner, James, have crushed it in their business. And today I want them to share with you what they're learning. Dude, it's not, so what you're saying is this is nothing like the struggle you had during the Great Recession. 2008, 2010 was one thing. You fought, you figured it out, but this is like, the nature of this beast is entirely different. Like literally people can't work, they can't go to work, but that's not even your situation. Why did you guys have to actually lay off those employees?
What's happened in this last week or 2 weeks is been in a week. This virus has shut the country down. I mean, things were happening like, we were, a week and a half ago, it wasn't a thought that I was going to have to lay off people on Monday.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of the country understands this. I don't think I think some employees understand this. I don't think employees or younger people across the country, you can see by the way they're acting, I don't think they understand what's really happening here. And if we don't lock down and shut this thing down and prevent this thing from spreading, this is just going to keep happening in different parts of the country. It's becoming crippling.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. If you were president of the United States, what would you do? Joe, you got your own YouTube channel, Grow by Joe. What would Grow by Joe do?
Well, first off, would you vote for me?
Yes, vote for Joe.
That's important. Honestly, what I do would be, I think, pretty logical. If I was president, I would shut down the country nationally. I wouldn't allow flights in or out. I would literally shut it down, and I would give everyone, if it was for 2 weeks, I'd give everyone half credit on their bill. So your mortgage, you're responsible half the payment instead of all that $1,200. Like, what's $1,200 doing? Like, I'd rather give the $1,200 to someone who really needs it. I don't want the $1,200.
Yep.
But put that towards the whole country's, like, towards all the banks and these financial institutions for half payment. So your credit card, half payment, mortgage, half payment, rent, half payment, and so on, car, half payment. That's what I would do. If it didn't have to get into the financial part, I'd shut it down for 2 weeks. We probably all can figure it out, handle it, and get back to business.
Mandated vacation. Everyone will take a vacation for 2 weeks these next 2 weeks. Joe, last question for you. As a businessman that just had to lay off most of his 87 employees, what do you say to people out there that are just afraid? They're afraid and they're worried. Someone that's just done what you've had to do, what would you share?
What I would say to other business owners is, right now you immediately got to conserve your capital and cash. Super important. You got to, it's capital preservation right now. Super important. Cut costs, push out payments, do whatever you can. And a lot of companies and stuff like that are working with people. I just maybe I can share, Kris, a few examples of what some other business owners are doing to pivot and make things happen.
Yeah, please do. Share.
So restaurants that are shut down right now, they're doing curbside pickup, and it's all about being sanitized right now and not spreading the virus. So they're wearing gloves, they're being extra sanitized, they're leaving the food outside. If you pull your car up, you pop the trunk, they'll place it in there. They're doing deliveries, leaving the food outside the door, taking a picture, texting it, letting you know that it's there. Doctors have switched to, a lot of doctors' offices, they're saying, wow, this is actually kicking me into high gear. I've been talking about doing telehealth, for some time and offering it as a service.
And now have to.
Now they're doing it. So switching to telehealth, and ideas and things like that. And those are just some examples. And you might say, well, none of those are my business. That's okay. My point was just to challenge you to think.
To pivot.
What can you do?
So, dude, what great example. I love everything you've shared. This is actually super, super useful. And I commend you for your bravery to actually call the hard shots. Vote for Joe. If Joe was president, he would be running this ship a little bit tighter than we've got it right now. And Joe, my heart goes out to you and your family and your employees for some of the hard decisions that you've had to make. As business owners, it's not always easy, but I love the heart that you also did those things with, because, dude, you're a lover. You care about people. You're also a rock star warrior, gladiator that freaking knows how to show up and get it done. Thank you for today's advice. Thank you for anyone watching this. I hope that they listen to the incredible business advice and the perspective and the positive attitude that you have that I think we all need at this time right now.
I think once we kind of, I think the main goal here is, okay, what can we do to protect ourselves from the virus and get back to business quickly?
Boom.
We get back to business, we're right back, rock and roll here.
Awesome. What I love about Joe is he's an amazing man. He's an amazing father. And he has a huge heart. I think you can really feel that. And I think today he shared some really amazing advice, which is, number one, preserve capital. Number two, you've got to pivot. Number three, you got to stay positive. Like, 3 really good points. Today, I also want to get my friend Tyler Bennett on the phone. He owns Utah County's largest day spa called Amara. He owns many businesses. That's his wife's core business. And I know that they employ well over 100 people. And he texted me a couple of days ago saying, I'm late. I just laid off 110 people. So I want to get the scoop from him. I've done $1 billion worth of real estate investment with Tyler. This is someone that you want to learn from. He's a business genius in his own right. And I want to find out if he's down, if he's up, if he's positive, if he's negative, if he's bullish, if he's bearish. Let's find out together and see if we can get any last advice that can help you figure out how to not just survive, but thrive during the coronavirus. So, dude, I heard you laid off like 110 people from you and your wife's day spa.
We did, yeah.
Dude, that must have sucked. Like, what happened?
Yeah, we're feeling the immediate impact of this darn virus. At the end of the day, we did a couple different rounds of layoffs. And the first round, we really targeted our lower paid employees who could benefit and maintain a similar lifestyle by taking advantage of unemployment. And we held their hands, and being a small business owner, you really care about your employees. We built it from the ground up, and we want to hire them all back as soon as possible.
Yeah, totally. So if you were to give some advice to some business owners, it sounds like number one is you're talking about preserving capital. Like that is your future lifeblood to reopen your doors and reintroduce your opportunity again.
Yep. And truthfully, you might have to make some hard decisions, not only with personnel, but what do I pay versus not pay? One thing that I've done, Kris, is I've gotten really familiar, first and foremost, with Department of Workforce Services, how unemployment works, how I can be a resource to my clients. But my payroll processing company, my CPA firm, a lot of people have a lot of resources. They're staying up to date on the stimuluses, what's available, whether it's these SBA loans or whatever's out there. And then I've been in touch with my commercial loan people, my equipment loan people, and all of them are acting very fast to defer payments. So I'm pushing out mortgage payments 90 days with no ding to my credit so that I can preserve capital so that hopefully we can hire people back and bounce back quicker.
Any other advice that you think you would have for, I mean, you've been in business for a long time, you run multiple businesses. Any other advice that you would give anyone as far as how to navigate these tough times when the coronavirus and basically Bill of Rights to some extent are being violated, saying, sorry, you don't have, it's no life, liberty, and pursuit for you. We're actually telling and mandating what you can and can't do with your life. Like any other advice that would be helpful?
So a couple things. One, go directly to the source for your information. I've been calling the Department of Health instead of listening to Fox News or CNN to get updates on whether I should be open or closing or what I should be doing. Like, go direct, because there's so many opinions out there, even on social media. So know the source of your information and make sure it's accurate. Be innovative. We help our customers shop through FaceTime right now. We're doing door delivery. I can't cut somebody's hair or wax somebody's legs being 6 feet apart, right? It's impossible. But what can I be doing right now?
Wow.
In order to continue to have a relationship with my customers, create some sort of revenue. And then for me, be positive, but look for the silver lining. Like, I get to rebuild my business almost from scratch.
Wow.
And I've never had that opportunity with the knowledge I currently have.
Wow, awesome. Really, I really appreciate it. Do you think when business comes back online, do you think things will be the same, or do you think it'll change the way that you do business in the future?
I think it'll change somewhat. I don't think there's going to just be some switch that goes off where I all of a sudden rehire all 110 of my employees one day, right? It's going to take time to ramp and build back up to where we once were. But overall, I think the economy is going to bounce back fast. It was so strong heading into this, and this is event driven. And when the event's over, I really see consumer confidence and spending turning back on. But it's going to take a little while. We have to adjust to that new normal of ramping back up.
Dude, I appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you, by the way, for hopping on for a moment. Thank you for sharing your advice. And dude, let's stay connected. Dude, Tyler is a stud. I love that advice. Again, so relevant. And we're seeing a pattern of some of the things that Joe was also sharing. But you know what? Companies are getting innovative. They're finding a new way. And this is something that I can tell you about economic winter. When winter strikes, it's the one season that kills off most businesses, or they go into like a hibernation mode. And if you can keep pivoting and stay positive and find a way until you crack the code on how to thrive during winter, then you can own the rest of any other seasons. Come spring, summer, fall, winter, you will be the leaders, you will be in prime, and you're gonna be crushing it. So look at this like a challenge. It's a huge opportunity. For me, I have a number of different businesses. I help people start businesses. I help people invest in real estate. And one of the things that's happening right now is that companies are being crushed that have really low margins. Companies like mine that have good margins, we're okay. We've bought ourselves some time and we can still make money even if we're down 30% revenue, even if we're down 50% revenue, even if we're down 60% and 70% revenue, we can still be profitable. And if you don't have a business that allows that, then check out one of mine. I've got a link below for one of my favorite businesses. It's super passive, takes a little bit of time, it makes a lot of money, serious 6 figures, and that's because I believe that everyone needs to have a strong source of active income. So if you don't have one of those, definitely click the link below. If you're not a subscriber, take care of that, because guess what? Economic winter is upon us right now, and there's something you and I can do to give ourselves a leg up, but it's more than likely information that you do not currently possess. So I'm inviting you to subscribe and commit to watching these daily videos, because I'm committed to bringing the people on and sharing with you exactly what you can do to not just win when it's easy in summer and fall, but to win in winter.